What is up? And welcome to another episode of the Worship Based Coffee Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Soleil. Now we're into episode 10. And today I've got a very special, of course, I say everyone's special, but this one's special. All the way from Orlando, Florida, LaVon Rushing. I share a little bit in the podcast about how I met him, which is a cool story. I'm very blessed to get to call him my friend. He's played for a ton of different musicians, is just beyond skillful on bass and just a really great person, and so fun to be around. As you'll see in this episode, he's just a joy to be around. And so without further ado, let's get to it. What's up, LaVon?
What's going on, man? It's a pleasure to be here.
Dude, I am seriously, your name, when I first started to get this podcast together, it was one of the, when I started making my list of like people who I was like, okay, these are the people I definitely want to have on. Your name was on that list.
That does my heart happy.
Also, one of the biggest things, like for me, is just, everything that I'm kind of involved in is the whole CCM world. So like to have that like aspect of some gospel, I know there's, in the message boards and stuff that I'm on, there's always a lot of people that are like, oh man, I want to play a bass that's got the 5-string and a 6-string or whatever. And, cause I love that gospel music and which is great. So I was like, this would be the opportunity to do that. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Before we get started though, one thing I wanted to do is just tell the viewers very quick, how I met you. And so it's probably been like, I want to say like 7 years.
Yeah, I agree.
My family, cause it was before COVID. I know that.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
My family and I always go to Disney World, and we're actually originally from Florida, but always go to Disney. And we love to go during Christmas time just because of the weather's great. Love all the music. And one year, there's a group that performs there. And let me just tell you, if you are going to Disney during this time, you have to make sure you're there because it's great. It's called Joyful Noise. And
drop the plug.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And they are phenomenal. And the thing that my wife and I, when we first heard it, we kind of like looked at each other. I was like, man, they're having church in the middle of Disney. I was like, this is amazing, worshiping God right in the middle of the church. I mean, in Epcot. So
right.
Exactly. It was amazing. And then afterwards, I was like, of course, like I always do, I was like, I want to say hi to the bass player. And so I went over and said, hey, and you were super kind. And even like, so what's your Instagram handle? And immediately started following me. And we've just kind of kept in touch. And every time that we go, we always I always make sure I look at, I look at the calendar. I'm like, okay, when are they performing so we can be at Epcot on that day so we can hear it again. So
that's awesome, man. I'm so glad. And it was crazy how like even the following year I would look out and I see you and your family. I'm like, oh, you're back. It was so fun.
That's fun. Awesome. I love it.
It's like a family reunion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I love it. So kind of kicking things off, I was just curious too of some of these questions that I kind of wrote up, and that is like, what does like a normal week look like for you? Like as far as, are you in like live mode a lot? Are you in like studio mode? Like, and if you are in studio, are you doing a lot of your own recording at home?
All right, I'll give you an example for this week. Oh my God, I was in an 8-hour rehearsal. So this is for live. And after the rehearsal, I would have to come home and record, like, because I work with a producer in Cairo, Egypt.
Right.
And it's like he'll send over stuff at any point because I'm on pretty much a retainer. and I
Okay.
would have to come home and like have to record and send stuff out, or like a friend of mine would hit me up and ask me to play bass and guitar, or so it's both worlds.
Yeah.
So a week like this week, I had 8-hour rehearsals on top of sessions, but then I still have kids and a wife,
I know.
and they need that time and attention also. So immediately when I get home, I stop everything. We normally eat dinner, and like we ask each other about our day, and try and unload and
Yeah.
decompress from the long day. And then like towards the latter part of the evening, I start recording and doing that stuff. Yeah. So
So,
it's both live
yeah.
and studio.
Yeah. So how do you find or I was going to say how do you find any time for like rehearsal time, like practice time? Is it
You know what I normally do? Like I try to think the impossible when I record and I have the opportunity to be creative like that. So when I think the impossible, that's my time where I practice to do the things
Okay.
that are a little over the edge to raise an eyebrow for the
Yeah.
recording.
I love
So
that.
that's my time to practice actually when
Yeah.
I'm recording, or even in a rehearsal if I have the time, or the MD allots the time to practice. That's normally when I'm working on fingering, and like certain lines will require certain things and you have to adjust. So
Yeah.
and it's a lot of muscle memory and a lot of
Yes.
repetitiveness to work it in your system so it becomes
Yes.
fluent. So yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That's awesome. So, how did you first get into music? Like at a young age?
My dad plays guitar, so that was my inspiration out of the gate. And like going to his concerts, like fueled that passion of want to like play for my dad more than anything.
That's amazing.
So like at 6, like he had an acoustic. I don't know why he had an acoustic laying around. Maybe it was the Lord saying, "Here, my son."
Get started.
Right. So like I would have the acoustic and my brother would play all sorts of music. So that was my start. Like my dad was my inspiration to picking up guitar because I started on guitar first. Yeah.
Okay, well, so then how did the eventually or what sparked your interest to kind of eventually move to the bass being like that primary?
Well, my mom, she's uh she's a bass lover. Like my dad, when she met my dad was playing bass. So she
Okay.
fell in love with him.
With the bass player,
Yeah.
yes.
And like the frequency and what it does, like my mom played
Oh
music
yeah.
loud. So like to hear the low end and the role of the instrument made me fall in love with it. So like as a kid growing up, and starting to drive and stuff, I had like 415s in the back,
Oh heck
and
yeah.
like I was shaking everybody.
Shake
So
that
like
license plate.
exactly, exactly. So like just the presence of the instrument in music, like it it does something to me. It does.
Yeah.
It's the foundation of what we of music. We're the root
Yes.
of a chord. So
Mhm.
I just love being the foundation of that.
Do you remember when you got your first bass?
My dad had a bass. For
Okay.
once again, like his group bought a bass, but he would keep it in the house. So like I was like, "What's this in here?" So I opened me being curious, and like once again, my brother was playing. Like I remember this song. It was BB and CC Winans, "Change My Lifestyle," and I grabbed the bass and played along with it. And my brother was like, "Really?" And I was like, "I guess so." So it's a crazy thing, but I guess the Lord like put it upon my hands
Yeah,
to do it. I'm
that's
being
amazing.
honest because it
Yeah,
wasn't me.
that's
It wasn't
amazing.
me.
Do you
Yeah.
remember what brand that of bass that it
Horner.
was?
It was a
Nice.
Horner, and it was the one with the switch and the light. It
Oh,
was a
okay.
Horner V. Yeah,
That's
5
amazing.
string. Yeah,
5 string too.
yeah,
That was even more God, right?
yeah. Right.
He knew you were going to have a love for that low B, or actually probably even lower than that.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
So when in those earlier years when you first started, kind of playing the bass more, what were there any specific like either artists or like specific bassists that kind of shaped you?
So in the beginning, I would because 80s and 90s rap was what I listened to.
Yeah.
Um, my like my parents really didn't force church on us. So kind of like on a Sunday, I would watch Three Stooges and listen to music and 80s and 90s rap, 70s soul,
Yeah.
and like influences like Michael Jackson, Prince, James Brown,
Yeah.
like Earth, Wind and
Classics.
Fire. Those were that was in the house because my mom kept that stuff around us because she was influenced by my grandfather with that because he always bought a record. She said every Friday
That's amazing.
he would buy a record, and my mom kind of kept the same thing, a massive stereo system, and would crank and
That's
just
amazing.
so it's crazy how that all comes back full
It
circle
does.
because now I have to play this music and I already know it because
Yeah, it's like in
it
your
was always around.
subconscious.
Right, right.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So did she hang on to that collection, or did it pass it to you, or
She still has it. I have some of it, but
oh,
she
okay,
still has
nice. Like
most of it. Yeah.
let you pick through a few of them?
No, no, she's not gonna let me pick through. I have to let me borrow this. I'll bring it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can see behind me here, I've got a
I
little
see.
record
I see.
thing, and
That's nice.
like it's not a ton of them, but like my dad when he was young, uh he like had a collection, and it was like,
Oh
the
wow.
Beatles, it was Led Zeppelin, Three Dog
Uh
Night,
yes.
CCR, all that kind of stuff. And so he was like, if he knew how much I'm into music, and he was like, well, if you want them, you can have them. So I was like,
Oh,
oh
that's
yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. That's so
Anyway,
awesome.
uh so let's see where I'm at here. Which so it, like at church, in your experiences, uh,
Okay.
did do you remember the first time that you got to actually play at church?
Yes. I remember that very well. My it was my middle school music teacher, Irma Price. Um, she invited me to a service because her drummer, which is her nephew, him and I, we went to school together since kindergarten
Mm,
all the way to high school. And in middle school, like she invited me, but I knew he would be there. So she invited me and I ended up playing there. And then became my church
that's
because of my
amazing.
middle school teacher. My
That's
middle school,
awesome.
she saw potential and embraced it and cultivated it.
So was that in the Orlando area that you grew up
No,
in?
I'm
Okay.
from Virginia originally.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Newport News, Virginia. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. That
When
was
did you end up making the move to Orlando? Was it
I was 22, I believe, when I made
okay?
that move from Virginia to Orlando. And what got me here was because of a Universal deal that artist signed, and I was a part of working on that album.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah,
yeah,
it's really interesting how I think Orlando is kind of like a secret Nashville. You know what
yeah.
I
It
mean?
is low
It
key. It is.
like yeah, because
Yeah.
there's several other like artists I know that have kind of cycled through the the Disney stuff too, and
Right.
they're all in that Orlando area too. So,
Exactly.
which is really cool.
Exactly. It's
Uh,
crazy because a lot of low key, a lot of instrumentalists stay here, like famous instrumentalists.
like
And like
jazz
you,
and stuff like that.
jazz, all sorts of instrumentalists. Like I was shocked to discover like even like Richard Bona stays in Miami. Right. So it's like, what? One of
Yeah.
my favorites?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool. Uh, so fast forwarding, now the church that you're at
Okay.
serving, and I love that you share your Sunday mornings, on and I'll just say this, if you are not following LaVon on Instagram, you need to do it right away
Oh
because
man.
I love those Sunday morning posts that you do because I'm just like, wow, because the way they're calling out numbers, I'd be like, oh, help me, Jesus.
Oh man.
It's so good. I love it.
Hey, it's
So
all spontaneous.
yeah, I
That's
know
the
that's
crazy
what's
part.
amazing to me. But I mean, I guess it's kind of like, here in Nashville, they have a lot of those jam band events.
Right.
And, it really is. It's very similar to that. But, that I guarantee that kind of keeps you on your toes for
Yes,
sure.
it does. It does. Most definitely.
So you've played with gospel, pop, and international artists. What was, the young 22-year-old that came to Orlando? Was it just kind of like diving in and kind of networking? And then next thing you know, the more things you did, the more opportunities that came up?
I would have to say yes. I am normally a reserved, laid back person, but being in Orlando kind of opened me up to doing more and being a little more present, singing background, doing a lot of extra, putting makeup on and like moving in front of people. And yeah, so like it opened me up to doing more as an entertainer. So that kind of helped like with presence on stage and a lot of things. Just taking that step in being more of an entertainer and not just a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that kind of helped. It helped it a little bit, like just taking that step to do so. Because on a normal situation, my 20-year-old self would have probably been like, "This is so cheesy. What are we doing?"
You're like, well, at least I'm getting paid for it. So
Right. Just
that's
maximize
awesome.
the opportunity.
Yeah. I was looking through some of your just all your bio stuff kind of that's jumping around on the internet. One name that I obviously that I recognize is it said something that you had done some work with Hilary Duff.
Yeah, yeah. I played
So what
on 3 records of
okay.
her. I played guitar and bass on one that was on a billboard, Stranger, Danger, and something. I forgot the other song. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, yeah.
So because I was thinking about that, and I was like, man, I'll have to go and listen to those now, so I can be like, I
Uh-huh.
know who's playing the bass on that.
Yeah, yeah.
I always liked her anyway. As a music, she seemed to be one of the ones that was most grounded. You know,
Okay. All right.
as far as just a
The
person.
craziest thing is we did the music here in Orlando, but
She
they
was.
took that session in LA and she recorded it in maybe an hour and got her out, and that was it.
That's wild.
I had nothing to do with
Never
it.
even.
Yeah.
So did you
Yeah.
went to a studio there in Orlando and recorded?
A house that was a
Oh,
studio.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you were there with some other musicians or
Yeah. The producer, executive producer of that record. And that was it. Yeah. Yeah.
okay. That's
Mhm.
awesome. That's cool. Uh I think it's cool anyway.
No, it is. It is.
It is. Yeah.
It's a monumental moment for me because that that record ended up being on like a commercial, one of perfume commercials, and
That's
like
amazing.
I was just like, yes.
Hey.
Now, I mean, the residual need to kick
Yeah.
in, but
Yeah, I'm
let me
still
stop.
going out
Yeah.
to the mailbox and looking, and I'm
Mailbox,
not seeing it.
but you already know. You already know.
Yeah. Yes, I do. uh, so I was just curious, like you were saying, on Sunday mornings, getting back to that for a second, Sunday mornings, like, a lot of it is very like ad lib. So do you kind of have like an idea of what songs you might be doing? Or is it like, okay, here's some songs, but we might have this one in our back pocket all of a sudden, kind of where the spirit leads?
Oh, I get on my MD all the time. Um, he he'll give us a list, maybe Sunday. Did you hear what I said? He'll give us a list,
Sunday.
maybe Sunday. Hey, don't beat me up, Jamar, but it's true. And
That's because
and
he's like,
then from
yeah, all these guys are pros. They can handle it.
then it might even change because the praise and worship leader is sick or
Oh,
just don't feel the song. So then that changes the whole, or even the pastor might say, well, that's not where I'm going. So it might change. And then you have to make the pivot immediately.
so
See,
I,
this is the stuff that people don't talk
people
about.
don't know, and they don't know.
Right, that's
So
true.
then you really almost have to have that like as a repertoire, like
Yeah, you do.
these
You do.
songs that you just kind of already know. And they're, like you said earlier, the muscle memory is in there, and you're like just praying the whole time, Lord, help that muscle memory.
So what helps me out a little bit is because I do a rough chart of the songs. So if they say something that's like I don't remember, I'll just pull the chart up and
Oh,
I'll be like,
nice.
okay, I got it.
Do you just have
Now,
like an iPad or?
yeah,
Yeah,
iPad or my laptop.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
because that is really on the fly. So,
right. It really is. And because I do music every day. I perform music at some capacity every day, whether it's creating or something. So
right.
it's just a lot to retain a song that you're going to make adjustments and changes to it anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, yeah. You just
S-
gotta get in where you fit in and
yeah.
make executive decisions on how you're going to approach it. Are you going to approach it being aggressive or playing the song? Because it's levels to it also.
Right.
There's
Well, I
levels
know,
to it.
obviously one thing is knowing your obviously knowing your scales, knowing
Right.
so you're in a certain key, then you're going to know, okay, there's only so many notes that we're going to
That's
play
true.
unless it's a throw in a flat 7 here or whatever.
And it's called on the fly, mainly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It really
Yeah,
is.
so you got to be up on your numbers for sure.
Right.
Uh
Right.
One question I was going to ask you, because I've noticed, when you're serving that you'll have a mic too. Does everybody that pretty much have like
Yes.
and so then that way you might be able to kind of interject a thing
Right.
here or there?
Or try and understand what's about to happen next. So you communicate it via talkback. So what are we going to the three? And then you're like, yeah, we're going to I'm telling you, it now I've been in other situations where everything is mapped out. You know exactly what's happening. The video is in line with everything we're
Right.
doing, and it's perfect in a perfect world.
Right.
But then you go to my
Yeah.
church. Let me stop.
uh
I'm being funny, but yeah, I mean,
But you know what though? That's the kind of stuff that really stretches you as a musician. It
It
really
really does.
does. I
It
mean,
really
like
does.
all the that past, 10 years or whatever that I was playing for that Beatles tribute group, we would
Yeah.
play some gigs that would be 4-hour gigs,
Woo.
and uh the hilarious part is most Beatles tunes are only 2 minutes and 30 seconds long.
Right.
So trying to fill 4 hours with the entire catalog of the Beatles
It's a
is a
lot.
lot. And that's, also having it all memorized. Uh, but the thing is, it stretched me as a
Right.
musician, as a bassist, having to learn
Right.
all that stuff and filling your brain, to its max capacity,
To the max. To the max.
Yeah.
Jesus.
uh, so what do you think? Oh, no, one thing I was going to say is, you mentioned the talking into the microphone. I
Yeah.
saw recently you had a post where you were like, stay on
Oh,
that
four on the
four on
floor.
the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool too, where you can communicate with the drummer where you normally, wouldn't be
Right.
able to.
Because unfortunately I can't see him. Like they have
Oh,
a shield that's like blocking, and it's not like plexi, it's like
oh,
carpet.
okay.
So I can't even
Gotcha.
see the drummer to make any eye contact.
Huh.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's interesting then. See, I'm
Yeah.
used to standing right next to him and, we can like make eye contact and I can
Right.
kind of like
Right.
follow his arms when I
Right.
know he's
To
hitting.
drop. So
Yeah.
here's another issue, like, because you don't know when he's gonna drop. He's gonna do the
Yeah.
downbeat. Sometimes you just don't know. So it's feel, and, like, you gotta
That's
use
amazing.
musical intuition. I
And
mean, and
that's
if you're not
where playing with the same people sometimes helps a
right.
lot too.
Yeah,
You kind of
because you
know.
understand tendencies, and
Yeah.
you it's like sports. You understand
Yeah.
what they're gonna do, and it helps the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I was just curious, do y'all use like Planning Center app or is it just like an
Here we
email that
go.
goes
Yeah,
out?
are you exposing us? All right. So initially we used Planning Center. Um, but some odd reason he's not even using that anymore. And
I
I
was
don't
just
know why.
curious. Yeah.
So once again, you get a text either late Saturday night or Sunday morning. These are the songs. I'm like,
Yeah.
hold up, do I know this? I'm like
Yeah.
going through my Rolodex, and then I'll take a listen to it before I get
Yeah.
there.
On the way to that, I would be in trouble because I only live 7 minutes away from church.
Oh,
So I'd be like,
oh
uh-oh, I'm
man.
in big trouble. I have though, I will to help you to feel better here. I have all probably been 100 yards away from church and gotten a text and them say, "Hey, can we change the key to such and such instead of
Okay, all
on
right.
this song?" So
That's not as bad as a
yeah.
whole set list of songs you don't know.
No, it's not. It's not even anywhere close. But at least it helps you feel a little bit better that,
Yeah, it does. It does.
that's
It
amazing.
does.
I love that. Uh, so what does it mean for you to like leading from the bass on a Sunday morning?
Are you referring to leading the band or leading as far as melodically?
Like I would say, yeah, as with the band and then also just worship, you know.
Okay. Leading from the band leader aspect, you kind of want to be present in what's happening for flow, for atmosphere. I guess these are the
Yeah.
terms.
Yeah.
And and it's not about us. Let's just we could always talk about all of this, but it at the end of the day, it's about bringing God to the forefront in what we do.
Right.
So
Yes.
lead that way and everything else will happen. The
Yeah.
mistakes will be gold because because God is in the building, you know?
Right. That's exactly right. He can
Yeah.
take a mistake and he can bring someone to the Lord with the
Right.
mistake, you know.
Right. Right.
That's
That
awesome.
mistake could turn into a whole mode, and it shifts even that way if
Yeah.
everyone's on one accord. And at the end of the day, yeah, I get songs at the 11th hour, but the camaraderie with the band is cool. And I
Yeah.
feel like everyone has the same motive in mind, taking self out
Right.
and being a vessel instead of the star.
I love hearing that from you because you know in the CCM world, I think there's kind of this, I don't know, like almost attitude sometimes from bassists of feeling like I'm not getting to do enough
Mm,
musically. And then they'll look to the gospel world and be like, well, look what their bassist gets to do, you know?
hmm.
But
Right,
even though you might be playing a lot of notes, your mindset is still not about yourself. It's
right,
about what you can bring like to the band, creating that atmosphere for a Sunday morning. So I
right,
love that you said that because I feel like that's just important for us to learn on all levels that no matter what you're playing, when you're serving on Sunday mornings, like you said, it's not
right,
about us, you
right,
know.
right.
And
Most
yes,
definitely.
you might get to play a few more notes than we get to play, and that's okay because you're creating that atmosphere in your world and we're creating it
Right,
in our world, but it's still praising the one
right,
God, you know,
right.
it's all for
Exactly,
him. So that's
exactly.
awesome. I love that. Uh,
Yeah,
I was just curious, you know, since I kind of told the story about Disney, how
yeah.
did that Disney gig come about?
Oh wow. Friend of mine, Robert Wawu, we he was in a band and he passed this gig to me, and he was like, I can't do it anymore. I got stuff going on. So I ended up playing for this group named Cyber Groove. And he was also the musical director for Joyful at the time.
Okay.
And and he needed like another bassist to come in. So he called me in, no audition, nothing. He was like, I trust what you can do. Come on in and learn the show. And a few other friends was like, yo, you got to come in and do Joyful because yo, we be out there having fun. I was like, I was always apprehensive about it, but I ended up doing it. And it's so fun to do. And crazily, I'm the MD of the show now. So
Yeah.
it ended up working out that way. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. I mean, to me, it's neat because, especially in Epcot, I love how they have integrated a lot of music into Epcot.
Right.
You know, it's
Right.
just cool. I mean, you can go to these different, you know, places around the world,
Royal.
and
Right. Exactly.
there's some of the greatest musicians.
Yes. Yes.
It is
In this
fabulous.
world. Right. It's
Yeah,
world renowned musicians
like
right there at Epcot.
I can
It's
stand
crazy.
there all day and listen to Mexico, like
Right.
all those. I mean, it
Yeah.
sounds incredible,
Yeah.
incredible. Have you ever? I always was curious. Like, you know, there's that group that plays in Morocco.
Yeah.
Have you ever subbed in on that,
I
or?
I wanted to. I never had.
I
I
was
never had. I
curious.
remember Ali was the head guy there at that a few years back. But yeah, I've always wanted to because the time signatures and
I
all
know,
of that
dude.
stuff. I love it. I
It is
love it
so
so
got
much.
like I can just picture you doing it because it's a lot of, you know, five string or lower even, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
play, and it's kind of all over the place, but it's really
yeah.
really good. I love
Yeah, it
it.
is. Yeah,
That's
I'm a super
awesome.
fan of it. Super fan of it.
Uh, do you have like one, I mean, maybe it's a couple of like memorable like performances that kind of has stood out to you from getting to play there?
At Epcot or
Yeah.
generally?
Well, actually, let's just say general.
Okay. Um, all right. So we were about to go on the road and Charlie Wilson started singing Outstanding. And it was like, I used to listen to this. Like, so we're playing and it's like he's telling the drummer to do something like play pocket. And it was just like it was so phenomenal because
That's amazing.
I'm a Gap Band fan also. So it's like Charlie Wilson. It blew my mind. It blew my mind.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Another one, I'll give you another one and or I got two more.
Okay.
Uh Ollie Woodson from the Temptations. It wasn't the performance, but he took us around. We were in a Corvette, me and someone else, with him in the driver's seat.
What?
Yes.
How'd y'all all fit in
I
there?
don't know. Anyway, that was years ago before I was there. He took us around Detroit and like took us to Hitsville,
Oh,
and we ended up going to Melvin's, the bass singer house, and I met his mom. I saw the Grammys, and
wow.
that changed my life.
Yes.
He took us like over the old neighborhoods where they used to rehearse. It was crazy. It blew
Wow.
my mind. It
You
blew
know
my
what's
mind.
funny is I don't think people realize how much that stuff can like inspire you as a
Right,
musician. Like
right.
that's what I always encourage people, man, go to museums, go
Yeah,
to like up yeah, in Detroit, you know, you can go to the old Motown studios and
right,
take a tour.
right.
Like I really
The basement had this it was like it, it was an aura in there.
yes.
And like you could just see like the production happening in there. The
Yeah.
smell, the vibe, it
Yes.
was it's so unexplainable.
Well,
But it
I
was monumental.
yes,
So
it is.
monumental. Yeah.
We, several years ago, we had a gig in Memphis, and we
Okay.
got there real early because we were like, let's not deal with all the traffic heading out there. So we got there early, and Sun Records, you know, was there.
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
if you're an artist and you give them a CD, they'll let you do the full tour for free,
Oh
which
wow.
is
I didn't
great.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is so one of the guys happened to have one of their CDs with them, gave them to him, so we got to do the whole, and we got to do an extra part of the tour that not everybody else got to do.
Nice.
But they had there marked on the floor this blue X, and that was the spot that Elvis stood in when he recorded, you know, and it was just kind of like so awe inspiring, you know, just standing there going,
Oh
man,
wow.
just looking around the room and just thinking all the music that was
You're right.
recorded
That
there.
came out of
And
there.
it
Right.
just, it really was, it was so inspirational. So I can totally see
Yeah.
how getting to see those, you know, like, hey, see that street corner? We stood there and
Right.
wrote songs and harmonized on, you know, I mean,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
amazing to
Yeah.
think that.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
It was bananas.
well, I know we kind of talked about, you know, Sunday morning stuff, but like when you have like had a moment where maybe things uh have not gone as planned, uh how have you kind of learned or like handled those situations? I I'm just curious, you know, because I don't think people realize, hey, even the pros make mistakes sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
it happens.
I can point to it. It, it was a live performance, televised performance. And I was talking to a friend of mine last night about this because he was there and I'm running tracks and I'm playing for Ty and the tracks stopped working. So he's like,
Oh,
hit the track. And it's not working. So I'm like, oh my God. Like everything was perfect through sound check, through
Oh
everything in this track.
no.
So like the producer screaming in my ear, "Yeah, but what you doing?" I'm like, I can't do nothing. So he played because he's such an entertainer, and like he's a good front person. He kept going. He kept talking about the goodness that so we're tweaking and fixing.
Yeah.
So we got it working. We got it working. And so it's I would say just maintaining your professionalism,
Yeah.
well, and patience, because a lot of times it's out of our control and technology does what it does.
Yeah,
Whether it's that
totally.
or even someone make a mistake. I mean, you just gotta have grace and patience. And
Yeah.
sometimes that's hard. So you gotta work your inner
Yeah. No
to
kidding. I know.
just chill because it's just music. And like I was saying earlier, it's just a bigger picture.
That's
So you gotta
amazing.
lead by example with that.
Yeah,
It's
like
hard though.
and
It's hard.
yeah. And I'm sure like for say for you because you are MDing
Yeah.
by you keeping your cool, it helps everybody else to be like,
Right.
"Oh, okay, things are going to be."
Right.
And internally you might be going, "Oh my gosh."
Freaking out.
Exactly.
Freaking
Like, "No, I'm just going to play it off and be cool."
internally, your stress is all the way
Yeah,
here.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Uh, so how do you keep your sound consistent? Like as far as switching between different genres, whether it's gospel, R&B, pop, world music. Kind of how do you, or do you just kind of take each thing as its own thing?
I think I take it as its own thing. I think everyone has their fingerprint, so they have what they do. But I believe the music has its own application. So whether it's not attacking so hard or everything has its own application and it's subject to change because of the style. So I approach it that way.
Right.
Not being the same. You have to adapt to what the music is. A lot of times, even like in the stuff on the east side over there in Cairo, um, the meter doesn't always sit symmetrical.
Hmm.
So and like when you feel like you have to when you think you have to keep it consistent, it's not consistent. And you're forced to adapt the swing of the meter.
Oh, yeah.
And it's that's one of the hardest things I ever had to do.
I can't imagine because generally you're trying to almost keep striking your notes kind of ahead, you
Right.
know, and
But
so
sometimes it's ahead, but then sometimes it's behind because it's like a triplet feel over a four. Or it's so crazy, some of that stuff. Some of the music is so crazy and the
That's
feel of it.
amazing.
So you just have to adapt and like keep your ears open and just be mindful of what the music is asking you to do.
Right. So
Yeah.
does that change sometimes your approach as far as like your gear, like say a
Yes.
specific bass to
Yes. Most definitely. Like I can't play everything on my current Southern that I have because of some of the tone qualities that it brings. Sometimes it requires a little more punch, so I use my orange bass, and that or the acoustic five that I have, it gives off a different texture, and it's required in the music. I feel like, but then when I hear the feedback, you're like, yeah, that's a good application. So I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
cool. Well, I did my job. Check.
You're like,
Right, right.
uh, well, can you walk us through, I mean, a little bit of like your gear, kind of like what I'd love to hear about, like your main bass. Okay, first of all, I just got to tell
I don't have
everybody
a
out
main base.
there. That's true. Well,
No, I'm being funny. I'm being funny. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell everybody. Tell everybody.
first of all, I got to tell everybody out here, I'm over here just trying to make 4 strings work. And my
Ah,
man LaVon is over here with 7 strings. I'm just kidding, of course. Uh, so yeah, tell us about that bass because it sounds incredible.
it's a bootleg John Hill Custom 7. He built it last year. It's maple and it's not even over here right now. But yeah, 7 string, you got Bartolini's. I don't it has the candy bars in there, and I don't know exactly the
Okay,
preamp that's in there.
might be
It
one
does
of
have a
their
mid.
own.
No, it is a Bartolini preamp,
Oh, it is.
and
Okay.
it has the mid sweep from 4, 6, and 8. And it's a 9 volt,
Okay,
9 volt.
just a single 9 volt.
Yeah, it's not 18. And
That's
it's
good.
still smack. It's still smack a
Yeah,
little
it
bit though.
does. Uh, I'm just curious how, like, as far as the tuning, like,
Okay.
do you do
So
on that?
on my sevens, I normally tune down. So I start at F sharp low, or low F sharp B E A D G C,
Okay.
because I just like the lower tone,
Yeah.
and I hated not being able to go as low as a keyboard player. So I was like, yeah, let me hit.
That's amazing. I never thought about that before.
Yeah,
That is true on, just either a 4 or a 5, that, C is, or I'm
right.
sorry, B is
B,
as low as
right,
you can go, but
right,
that's still not even getting into the really low notes of
right,
a piano. So for
right.
me, what I have to do is I have a Moog, you know, sub
Nice,
37, and that's what I'll
nice.
use too. And then I can
Yeah,
definitely get those notes.
that's awesome. I got a fatty right here, a sub
Oh,
fatty
okay. Yeah,
right here.
that it's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, that's awesome. So tell me about some of your other basses.
I do have a bass mod with Bart's and a special preamp in there. I have another John Hill. That's a 6, and that's tuned E to F. So that's like a piccolo. It has like a
Right.
thin guitar like
And
string on
that's
it.
a 5 string?
That's a 6 string. So it's
Okay.
F. No, I'm sorry. EADGCF. That's how
Okay.
it's tuned. So I can get a lot of like upper
Yeah.
register stuff. I played some stuff on IG with it, even one recently. Yeah, but
Okay.
it gives a lighter tone, but it sounds great though. I love and that one also has piezo's in it, um, active passive mid sweep, and I think the preamp in there is a OBB3, the Aguilar
Nice.
OBP3. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yeah, Aguilar stuff
yeah,
sounds great.
yeah. It does.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
And I've always been curious because I've never seen any pictures, or maybe it's just been a while. Like,
Okay,
as far as pedal board, do you
okay.
have
I
uh
use a pedal board, and it's in disarray because
taking
uh
things on and off?
that, and like I I can't put it all together yet because I don't want to drill holes on the plate of the baseboard of the pedal. So I'm trying to figure out a way, and I mean, I don't know if you can see these boxes, but I just got a few things that's supposed to support that from
Oh, okay,
Gator.
nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
So
yeah.
do you have like a DI on there typically, like a
Oh,
normal?
I have the Aguilar tone hammer.
Okay.
The Yeah, the preamp for that. It's not
And
even a tone hammer. It's the other one. It's
Oh, the
the preamp
AG.
for the yeah, the AG. That's the
Okay.
AG. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that
yeah.
one sounds great. I've got the Aguilar's the AG 700 head
Nice,
that I
nice,
use. Yeah, and
nice.
it's super clean and has
Yeah,
great tone.
yes, it
And
does, and it translates very well. A lot of times, I don't even run amps. I run direct, and it kicks back everything I need for
that's
that
awesome.
the Aguilar AG. Yep.
Uh do you ever use any like octaves or anything or like that, or are you
Oh,
mostly
I mean, I
because
could run down
oh yeah,
like
I'd love to know.
I use the Digitech whammy bass whammy. I've
Nice.
used the Boss Rolling Boss the OC2. I have the Eventide H9 and a lot
Okay.
of tones come from that. I have a compressor. I forgot who makes this compressor. I have a what is it? What is it? It's like a vocoder for bass, but it's not the tube, it's the mic. You use a mic
Oh,
to
right.
play and all
Yeah.
that. Um,
Nice.
what else? I have some distortion. What else? Distortion, but a lot of that H9 like brings out the verbs and delay
Yeah.
stuff that I like to use. Also have a crybaby wah wah pedal up there.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah,
That's awesome. I
yeah,
love that. Yeah,
yeah.
I actually the on my normal like Sunday morning pedal board, I have the tone hammer on there.
Okay.
I love that Aguilar tone hammer. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
love that. Uh
yeah, same.
so you're an artist for Bartolini. How did that
Yeah, same.
did did you already have like some basses that had Bartolini pickups in them, or
I want to say 85% of my bases have Bart. So I reached out to them and I was inquiring like what would it be or what does it look like for me to become an artist? And
yeah.
they instantly responded and said, "Yeah, we would love to have you." Just off the traction and stuff I was getting. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
most
awesome.
definitely.
Yeah, they
And like now they repost my post and all that. I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah, I had that happen just recently too. I put up a post that I did for Halloween, the upright
Okay.
bass,
Yeah,
playing,
yeah, I saw that. I
and
saw that. Yeah.
I just it's a bass from Upton Bass, which they're
Okay.
like made here in the United States, up in New
Yeah.
Hampshire. And I just tagged them because I was like, well, it's their bass. And next thing I know, Sunday morning, I'm like it's like blowing up, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And then I look, and they had shared it, and I was like,
Oh,
hey, all
that's
right.
dope. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. That's what we
So
need, companies, for y'all to
exactly,
share what we do. We're supporting y'all. So
exactly,
do
yes,
reciprocate that, please. Shout out to
exactly,
Bartolini, by the way.
yes, exactly. Yeah, and they do sound great. This was years ago, is like my second bass that I ever
Okay.
had, bought from a buddy of mine. I don't even know
Okay.
if this company is still around, but the brand was called Neusser, and they were
Okay.
made in Finland.
Oh, wow.
And it's a 5-string neck through, and it had Bartolini's in it. And we kind of the band that I was in was kind of that tonic kind of sounding, that like
Okay.
80s, 90s ish rock.
Love it.
And so with having the 5-string, it was really cool to kind of hit some of those, low D, low E
Right.
notes
Right.
occasionally. So,
Right.
but yeah, that bass sounded incredible. And it had the Bartolini's and had the Bartolini the preamp
Free.
in it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
sounded great. And that was back in the 90s. So they've
Did you
been,
have chorus on your bass? Did you use
I
chorus on
do
your bass?
now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All
Yeah.
right. When you say
I
80s and 90s, I'm thinking like
That's true.
Randy Jackson, that chorus sound.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I actually just picked up a HX1.
Nice.
Uh
Nice.
And because first of all, because it's small, and also it just runs on 9 volts, which is
Right.
nice.
Right.
But then, because then I can just use it for the pedal for the one thing for any kind of modulation stuff,
Right.
maybe
Right.
octaves or chorus or like you said, tremolo or
Right.
delays, and just
Right.
use it just for that. Then that
Right.
way I don't have to have all these other pedals, individual pedals taking up
Right.
space.
Right.
So
Exactly.
anyway, is there a piece of gear or a bass or something like that that you let get away at one point and you were like, oh no?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a Tobias 6 and I sold it to a friend and I ended up getting it back. But when I got it back, it wasn't in the same condition that I sold it. So I was just like, I should never got rid of it. I
Just
should never
didn't.
got rid of it. And the crazy thing, it had Victor Wooten's signature on the back of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
Well,
it was.
coming down in for a little close, one of the things I like to do here is a little rapid fire
Uh-oh.
questions. And so I always like to ask these questions to everybody no matter what and just kind of get their takes on it. I've been saying this on every episode, but I'll say it one more time is I think what I'm going to do is like after a year is tally up all the rapid fire questions and then like go over and say, you know,
And get
so
everyone to be like, no,
yeah,
no,
and say,
no,
okay, let's see where we went after 1 year. So
that's
so
awesome.
I gotta see rapid fire. Here we go.
Rapid fire.
Flats.
Da-da-da.
Yeah. Flats or rounds.
Round, but I do use flats for fretless.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite brand?
GHS. That's who I'm endorsing.
GHS. Nice. Excellent. Yeah, I wanted to bring that
Yeah,
up too.
yeah,
So if you, I know that you do have, I think I've seen you playing a jazz bass before.
yeah.
Isn't it a Fender jazz bass that you have?
No,
Or maybe it's a P bass.
it's a bass mount.
Okay.
Yes,
I didn't remember if like years ago I had seen that you had a Fender at some point.
I had a 6-string Fender at one
Okay.
point, but unfortunately, I called them for support and they didn't
It
support me.
didn't.
So I said, I can't play Fenders anymore.
Well, if you had to choose between a P bass, a P styled bass, and a jazz style
Yeah, I
bass,
said it.
which one are you going to choose?
I had a P Jazz,
Oh,
and
okay.
that was
The best of both worlds.
the next bass is going to be a P Jazz,
Okay.
7-string.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Is it going to be bootlegger?
yeah, yeah. Bootleg.
Nice.
Yep. Hmm.
Oh, bootleg. Is that it?
Yes,
Okay.
bootleg
Sorry.
guitars. Yep. No, you good.
What's a desert island pedal for you?
I can't live without. Right.
Yes.
It's not a pedal, but it's a DI. I
Okay.
use Neve DI,
Nice. Is it
and
the
it does something. It does something to my
R&DI?
tone. Yeah, it does
The
something to my tone.
Yeah. That's what I have one at the very end of
Uh-huh.
my pedal board that
Yeah.
I run
People
into.
don't talk about that, but that it does something like
It
when you turn on that phantom power, it does
mm-hmm.
something, some circuitry, whatever
What
magic they're
yeah.
doing to it. Yeah.
the Jesus prayed over it, did something like that, but
Yes.
it's true. And you know
Yeah.
what? I have been using one too with my Moog,
Nice.
and
Nice.
it
Yeah, I have the
sounds
stereo one and I use the electric on one and the synth bass on two. Yep.
yes. It
Yeah.
really it's weird. It's like you
Can't explain it.
can't
It's
explain
just
it,
that
but you can just
magic.
hear it. It is for truth. Uh Favorite bass player?
Whew, that's a hard one. And you said rapid fire, Richard Bona
Who
out of the
say
gate.
again?
Richard Bona.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah,
nice.
I
Very
like Richard
cool.
Bona.
What is your favorite cup of coffee or go-to roast?
I'm a mid kind of roast guy.
Yeah.
Favorite coffee is I forgot what it's called. It's Bastelio or something like that.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it from
Nice.
Sam's.
Nice. Yeah. Heck yeah. Get it in
Yeah, the
the family
massive.
size. That way you have plenty of coffee. Yes, you need that for those 8-hour
Come on.
rehearsals.
Woo! This week was crazy. This
Oh
week was
man.
crazy.
Uh do you have a favorite coffee shop in Orlando?
I'm gonna just say Starbucks.
Yeah. My last guest actually said same thing. He's like, you know what? He goes, I am a simple creature. He's like, I love the Starbucks. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome. And then what's some of the music, like if you pulled up your Spotify right now, like your the lists you've been listening to, what's
Mhm.
something that like when you are in your car and you're not trying to prepare for music.
On Sunday.
Yes, on Sunday.
Uh,
What is something
what's
that
in
you
my
listen
what's in
to?
my car? My daughter's put me on this artist named Hilary. Uh, she's got a few songs that are really nice. And Nate Smith, the drummer. I listen to a
Okay,
lot of his music. I saw him recently. He was here maybe a few months ago, and it's just
nice,
I like his story. Plus, he's from Virginia. He's from Virginia also.
nice.
Yep.
Very cool. Uh, so just kind of ending things
Okay.
here. What kind of advice would you give to somebody who's just started playing the bass? Like, what advice would you give to them?
Uh, Immerse yourself. You have to build. So you have to start somewhere. Building muscle memory, building everything takes time, but if you stick with it, you will see results. I mean, I know a kid that started maybe a year ago, and he's like phenomenal, and it's just because of his ears and the level of input he put into it. He got so much out of it just by just staying in it and not like because I used to give lessons, but I got so discouraged because the students wouldn't do their homework.
Right.
And it's like, and what are we doing? Like
Yeah.
I'm passionate about this. I love this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
You
You
gotta
want
just stick
them
with
to
it.
have that equal passion, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So in that same aspect, what would you say that somebody's wanting to learn gospel,
Mhm.
like and get into that kind of world? What would you say to that? First of all, get a 5 string. Uh,
I'm not saying that because I think you can do anything on any
that's true.
strings.
That's
I think
true.
it's comfort. I think it's comfort
Yes, that's
more than
true.
anything else. Whatever you're comfortable with. I play guitar first, so I'm used to having a lot of strings. So having a seven,
Yeah.
that didn't bother me at all. It was an easy thing.
Speaking of that, watching some of your video, it's amazing to me how like you're able to slap and as
A lot of
close as
people say that.
the string
Yeah.
spacing is. Like I was just watching one of your videos and I was kind of analyzing. I was like, I cannot get over how close those strings are, and yet he's still slapping and it sounds clean. So
It's comfort. It's just
yeah,
being able to do it for a long time. Yeah.
that's amazing. Well,
No,
yeah,
go
go
ahead. Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I was going to say, go ahead about gospel advice.
Gospel advice. Oh man. I would say find the right situation, first of all, and the right team that's going to someone just starting out. I would
Yeah,
say find the right situation, someone that's going to embrace your development. A lot of times, I'm gonna just say it, OGs and people that's been in the game don't have the patience to
right.
to work with younger guys on the come up,
Mm,
and it's just finding the right situation where I would even say find your peers that are in the same level and come up together. Cause that's how I
Yeah.
came up. We used to shed
Right.
all the time. And like, that's how we like, you got guys that's been around this world 3 times in that same room just because of that iron sharpening that other iron. So
Yes.
it's just finding like-minded people that want to take the time out to develop and pursue that goal. As
Yeah.
far as a church, let's go as far as finding the right situation, finding the right church, and the people that are going to embrace what you do,
Right.
and
Yeah.
then also whether it's word or whatever, pour back into you.
I love
That's
it.
my answer for
Love
that.
that. And then lastly, I'm just curious, what is something that you can think of that God has been showing you lately, whether it's musically or even just in your own personal life that's
Okay.
going on?
Personal life. A friend of mine recently passed, and no one knew
Mm,
of his circumstance. Like he didn't say anything, and it's like I feel like it's God showing me to embrace the moments that we're here and just appreciate what the now, because you just never know. You just
yeah.
never know. With
Yep.
this world, this world is crazy, and it's
Right.
like I don't walk in fear because
Right. Yes.
God is. I mean, but I feel like I'm also shown that I need to maximize me being here and accelerate the purpose in being here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I can completely relate that to you because I have felt the same thing. I've had many conversations with my wife and I've talked about, okay, I need to be present for a
Hmm.
long time for my family,
Right.
so of course, when God's ready to call you home, he's ready to call
Yeah.
you home. But I need to
Yeah.
do all the things here, to
Right.
keep my body right, my mind right, all that stuff.
Right.
So I
Right.
can,
Be
so
present.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. I totally. Well, where can people find you? So I know you're on Spotify.
Spotify, LaVon Rushing, IG, LaVon Rushing, YouTube, LaVon Rushing. Everything is LaVon Rushing.
Okay.
I try
Nice.
to keep it consistent. So
Yeah.
LaVon Rushing on TikTok, LaVon Rushing on Facebook. Please follow me. It's a journey. I'm actually like trying to enhance the artist thing a little more
Yeah.
and making that a little more purposeful and more music to come. I'm sitting on a lot of music even right now that I haven't released yet. And like
Amazing.
this, it's just what we're talking about, moving in purpose and all of that.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
it's just
I
strides
will
in that.
on the YouTube, I post this on YouTube, so if people want to see this
Awesome.
beautiful face right here. No, I'm just kidding. Uh,
Sexy.
uh, if they want to stare at the mustache, they can stare at
I
it for a
see it.
little
I
bit.
see it happening right now.
I'm
I
starting to
can't.
get some grays in there, so
Oh, don't worry about that. Don't
that's
worry about that.
wisdom, right?
Come on,
Isn't
it is.
that?
It is. That's
uh
25-year-olds right
That's
there.
right. That's my son and daughter is what that is, bringing the grays into my
I love
life.
it. I love
Uh,
it.
no, what I do is on YouTube, I will in the you know kind of comment section place there, I will add all of your links in there, so then
Awesome.
that way
I
if
appreciate
people
you.
want to be able to check you out. So, and then if not, the first place I would say to start, go to Instagram and follow him on Instagram, and you get to see some amazing videos, and
I
I
just
love
love
it.
the instrument. I love bass so
I
much,
know.
man.
And that's the thing. Your joy for playing definitely comes out. And
Oh,
so
that's good
I
to hear.
love it. Cool, man. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking up your day. Uh,
The privilege is mine. it's
I'm
always a privilege
serious.
every time I see your face. When you're here in Florida, it's like, "Oh, yeah,
Well,
your
I'll
family."
go ahead and tell you that the second week of December, we already are locked in, so
Awesome,
we'll
awesome.
be
That's so
there.
amazing. That's so
So
amazing. I'm looking forward to it.
I'll have to message you ahead of time to find out what days you're playing on so we
Alright,
can
we gotta
uh
line it up. Right.
yep, exactly.
Awesome.
Cool,
Awesome, man.
man. Well, thank you again so
Awesome.
much for joining me, and
The
I'll talk
privilege
to
is
you
mine.
soon. All
Alright
right,
now.
man.
Thank you so much.
See
Alright
you,
now.
brother.
Alright, take care.
Welcome back into the Worship Based Coffee Studios. I loved that episode so much. That's probably the most that I've laughed in the episode so far. Uh, LaVon is just a joy to be around. And that's the thing. He's like that in person too. And it's just so fun. He's always joyful, always laughing. And so it just got me thinking about a short little devotional I could share for this episode. And it comes out of Galatians 5. And it says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control." And just kind of tagging on that with his joy, uh when you love the Lord, joy comes out of you, and that is really evident in LaVon. And I'm so grateful that he got to share kind of his witness as to how the Lord has come into his heart. And so with that, I just wanted to say thank you, LaVon, for coming on the episode. Really enjoyed that episode, and a little look forward. We're going to have some great episodes coming up. Actually, the next episode is going to be a Christmas bass gear episode. So me and my buddy Scott is back. He's back. Scott will be back, and we will be breaking down our top bass gear and kind of give some um, ideas on what prices you're looking at for things like that, stuff to think ahead. Hey, maybe you get a gift card this year for Christmas or catch something on sale, whatever it is. We're just going to give you some of our favorite gear and kind of bring you this special Christmas wish list is what it would be. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, I'm going to have a few more guests running through actually, December is going to be special because it'll actually have 3 episodes in it, which will be great. That's just the way they fell out since it's bi-weekly. So December 1st and then through the rest of the month. And so I'm going to have some other great guests coming in. Already got them all lined up, and going to be recording their episodes pretty soon here too. And hopefully have some more rapid fire comments or content coming your way in the near future. So with all of that, saying all that, thank you guys so much for listening. Please, if you can, if you know somebody, share them about the podcast. If you can follow me on Instagram, that'd be great. Trying to build a community here and build it into some more a worship-based community. So if you get a chance to share it with anybody, however you can, do that, and it would be greatly appreciated. And with that said, remember, as we always say at the end of the show, tell someone you love them, and we'll see you next time.